Am I in the air?
Well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me once again to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest in entertainment news, everything that goes down on a week-by-week basis. We break it all down right here on Am I on the Air? It's season 28, episode 9, and tonight's show is titled Another Day, Another Dollar. We're going to be breaking down the news from February the 21st through today, February the 27th. So strap on in and let's get her going. Now, this is a very rarity here on the show, but I really don't have any reviews for you. Nothing came out on the movie side and nothing came out on the TV side. So very, very weird because I always have something. There's always a movie to talk about. There's always a TV show to talk about. Um, but man, there's just nothing really new that I got into in this last week. The only thing I started personally was I finally started season 2 of Russian Doll, which is a Netflix original show with Natasha Lyonne. But this season came out like 2 years ago, and I've just been having it sitting in the queue. It was funny because when I started it, my wife loved season 1, and we were just looking for something to watch the other night, and I popped on season 2, and she was like, "Oh, this show's back?" And I was like, yeah, it's been back for like 2 years. And she was like, what? So we're a little behind on that one, but we're binging our way through that. I think it's about 7 episodes, and we're about 5 episodes in. Interesting season. Not as good as season 1, but definitely interesting. But that's all, man. That's the only new thing that I've checked out in the last week was season 2 of Russian Doll. Everything else that I've been watching on TV is stuff I've talked about here on the show. We're just watching our normal shows and our new episodes that have dropped, and that's that. But we'll be back to the theater this weekend because Dune 2 comes out. And, even though I hated the first movie, I'm hearing nothing but greatness about this second one. So, got my fingers crossed, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm really hoping that I'm going to come out of Dune 2 being like, hell yeah, that was way better than the first movie. Hoping that I don't have the same effect that the first movie did on me, which was put me to sleep. So we will see, but I have high, high hopes for Dune 2. So we will have something new to talk about on next week's show. So since we don't have any big reviews, we'll jump right into the box office. Coming in at number 10 is The Chosen, Season 4, Episodes 4 through 6. Number 9 is The Beekeeper, which is now available on VOD. Number 8, Drive Away Dolls. This was a debut. It made $2.4 million. Number 7 was Wonka. Number 6, Argyle. Number 5, Migration. Number 4, Madam Web. Yes, just last week we reviewed Madam Web, and a week later it has dropped from number 2 to number 4, and it only made $6 million this past weekend. Ooh, 61% drop. That's rough for Madam Web. Number 3, another debut, Ordinary Angels, making $6.5 million. Number 2, another debut, Demon Slayer. What is it? Kimetsu no Haiba to the Hashira training. Made $11.5 million to come in at number 2. And number 1, once again, for the second week in a row, it's Bob Marley, One Love, bringing in another $13.5 million to be number 1 at the box office. So there you go. That's the box office. Now let's switch gears. We'll get into our news of the week already. So right after we did last week's episode, some character posters dropped for the new Borderlands movie. This is a movie based on a video game. And this movie was filmed like 2 years ago. And it's just been going through reshoots, and they've been trying to rearrange some things. They've even brought in Tim Miller, I believe, who did the first Deadpool movie. He helped shoot some reshoots, but the original movie was done by Eli Roth, so it's kind of this mixed bag, right? But really strong cast because you have Kate Blanchett playing Lilith, Jamie Lee Curtis playing Dr. Tanis, Kevin Hart playing Roland, Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina, Jack Black as Claptrap, and Florian Martineau as Krieg. So looking at the character posters, I love it. It just looks so cool. It looks straight out the video game. Now, I've only played this video game a couple times and I didn't like it. So I didn't know what to think about this. So I forwarded all the Borderlands stuff to my brother-in-law, who is a massive Borderlands fan. And he really liked everything he saw, except for Kevin Hart. He said Kevin Hart is definitely not Roland and doesn't fit the vibe of the video game, but everything else does. So just a little insight there. That was pretty cool there. But I love Kevin Hart, so I won't fault him for being in this. So not only do we get the character posters, but we did get the trailer. The movie comes out, I believe, in August, even though everything just says coming soon. I believe it comes out in August. But the trailer dropped, and I got to tell you, I was way, way impressed with the trailer. I loved it. It seemed like so much fun. And now, here's the thing. This movie, or at least the trailer, comes across very much as Guardians of the Galaxy. Straight up. This trailer is 100% Guardians of the Galaxy. The vibe, the flow, the humor, the music, the editing, everything in this is Guardians of the Galaxy. But on the flip side, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think from a marketing standpoint, they nailed this because it hits you in the feels and it gets you like a Guardians movie to where you're like, hell yeah, I want to see this. So I super enjoyed this trailer and had a fun time with it. Now the question is going to be, is it going to be rated R? Is it going to be PG-13? I'm guessing it'll be PG-13 if they're trying to follow the Guardians vibe and they want to blow up the box office. But you know, Eli Roth directed this, so I could see it being rated R. But I think they will take the safe route. But it looks good, man. It looks straight out the video game. It's got some good humor. It's got a fun vibe, and I really, really dug this trailer. So check out the Borderlands trailer. We also have the new trailer for Challengers. This was a movie that's supposed to come out last year with Zendaya and then got pushed back due to the strikes. Now it's going to come out on April 26th. So check out the new Challengers trailer. I'm really pissed about this. You know, one of my most anticipated movies. This was, if you listen to our podcast, this was on my top 10 most anticipated list, and that was Ballerina. This is the John Wick spinoff movie with Ana de Armas. This was supposed to come out this summer, and now it's been delayed. And not only has it been delayed, it's been delayed for a whole damn year. This movie will now come out on June 6th, 2025. What a bummer. What a bummer for one of my most anticipated movies. And what it sounds like is that this cut of the movie that was available right now, no bueno. Did not fit the John Wick vibe. It did not do the action justice. And they said no. Chad Stahelski, who is the John Wick director, he is basically the Kevin Feige of the John Wick universe. And he looked at this and he said, nah, you ain't going to put out this movie and tint the John Wick, mojo. So they're going to do a bunch of reshoots. Chad Stahelski's going to help, and they're going to create new action scenes that are more in the vein of a John Wick to go into this movie. So because of all that work, the movie's been pushed back a year. So June 6th, 2025, we'll get Ballerina. So I guess I'll have to bump this movie from 2024 to my 2025 list. I don't know if it'll make 2025 stacked, so I don't even know if it'll make the 2025 list at this point. But I'm definitely very, very disappointed that they didn't feel the movie was good enough to put out the way it was. Definitely sucks. All right, guys, the new Crow reboot is coming in, and it's actually going to take the John Wick spot. Or, sorry, I should say the Ballerina spot. Now the Ballerina has moved. The Crow reboot is going to take its place and will now release on June 7th. All right, so that's cool. June 7th. I'm looking forward to this Crow reboot. You know, when we did our most anticipated list, I had this movie as kind of an honorable mention. but not because if I would have known there was a release date for the Crow reboot, it would have been number one or number two. It would have been number two, honestly, on my most anticipated list, but there was no release date. We didn't know for sure if it was coming out. So I kind of had it as an asterisk if you listen to that episode. But now it's official. June 7th, it's going to come out. So now that it's a couple months away, I think it's time to see a trailer. I think it's time to see an image. I haven't seen nothing from this Crow movie. So hopefully we'll get some stuff here soon if they're going to put it out on June 7th. Butterfly Cast has added Piper Perabo to the Prime Video Daniel Day Kim Spy series. The original Crow is coming back for a 4K release date. They're going to actually do the 4K version on Paramount Plus, which is awesome, but you can buy the Blu-ray and the 4K, disc coming out soon for the 30th anniversary of The Crow. So I think this drops in May. Josh Brolin in talks to star in Zach Kreger's new horror thriller Weapons. So love Josh Brolin, so this would be a great role for him there. I think he'd be replacing Pedro Pascal, who had to drop out for Fantastic Four. We have the trailer for Extraordinary Season 2. This is Hulu's comedy's return, so check that out. Spiderwick Chronicles released a teaser trailer as well. This is coming soon to Roku TV. Avengers the Kang Dynasty will reportedly be getting a new title. We kind of expected this. I don't think there's any more Kang in the MCU. So, yes, they're going to retool Avengers 5 for us there. Wednesday, season 2, Jenna Ortega teases the Netflix series expanding its supernatural world. The Thunderbolts has added the Bear writer to kind of tweak up some scenes. So that's pretty cool, man. The Bear is awesome and it's winning mad awards. So why not get a writer like that to help you out with your movie? Morbius, get ready. It's coming. It's Morbin time. It's coming to Disney Plus on March 1st. So if you missed this one, you can check it out on March 1st, Disney Plus. Ferris Bueller spinoff Sam and Victor's Day Off is landed a new director, and yes, they're moving forward with a spinoff of Ferris Bueller based on the valets who stole the car. Do we need this? Probably not, but it looks like it's coming. Gene Smart is set to star in a new comedy series called End of Life. Amazon is going to be shutting down Freevee. So very interesting there. Freevee is kind of their obviously free version of a streaming service, kind of like Pluto TV. Yeah, looks like they're gonna just focus on everything being on Prime Video going forward, which makes sense because Freevee had ads, and now that Prime Video has ads, they can just do everything under Prime Video, right? There's no need for anything else. So there you go. Quantum Leap. The executive producers have teased their season 3 plans, so you can check a look at that if you want to know maybe some spoilers on that. We have the trailer for The Girls on the Bus, which is Melissa Benoist, her new political journalism show that's coming soon to Max. So check out that trailer. I actually thought it looked better than I expected it to do. A new report states that the Joker 2 budget is over $200 million. That's crazy because the first movie only cost about 60 to make. So, goddamn, big budget increase. But hey, if it's a musical, they got to pay a lot to the musicians and the people that are putting the songs together. So, and everybody that's on this movie took a big pay increase. So, kind of makes sense at the same time. Alan Ritchson and Kevin James are set to lead a new action comedy about stay-at-home dads on the loose in Playdate. I love the sounds of this because I love cheesy little comedy movies like this. I love Kevin James. I love Alan Ritchson. So this sounds cool as shit to me. So sign me up for this action comedy. I'm all down. True Detective Night Country was the most watched season. So congratulations there. I didn't even think it was that great of a season, to be honest. I know a lot of people are gushing over Night Country, but I didn't find it to be all that great. But, congratulations though, nonetheless. I'm glad it did very well. We got a really big article up breaking down kind of where Marvel is at right now. Marvel's golden box aura has been dented, but chief architect Kevin Feige isn't scrapping his years-long cinematic universe plan. He's just refining it. They're not going to give up, is the quote. And this article here breaks down kind of everything that's going on in the MCU right now and where they think they're going. Mark Ruffalo says he doesn't think they're ever going to do a solo Hulk movie because it's too expensive. I don't believe in that. They made several Hulk movies, so why would this be so much more expensive that they wouldn't do it? But you never know, right? They've been talking about a solo Hulk movie for a long time. The biggest question mark is always going to be Universal Pictures holding the distribution rights, and that's why Disney doesn't want to make one. So that's what we got right now on the Hulk, man. Let's see here. We have the season 2 trailer for The Tourist. Jamie Dornan's new show is coming back soon. So keep your eye out for that. It's coming to Netflix now. It's no longer on Max. Lashana Lynch is set to star in a new sci-fi feature called Optimize, and that's going to be coming from Paramount. Jenna Ortega confirms details of the Beetlejuice sequel role, so keep an eye out for that if you'd like to know more about her character. Avatar: The Last Airbender is now playing on Netflix, so I might get into this. I'm kind of on the fence, like this would be a new show to kind of check out. I was kind of hoping my daughter would have been more interested in this and it would have gave me an excuse to sit down and watch it with her, but she was kind of like, meh. So I'm kind of like, meh. I never watched the anime. I don't know much about this, so I thought the trailers looked good. So I mean, I might give it a shot down the road here. But yes, it's now streaming if you want to check it out. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is going to be producing a Ric Flair documentary. That's right, or biopic, I should say, based on Ric Flair's life. That's going to be awesome. I'll tell you that. I'm not the biggest Ric Flair fan, but the guy has got an amazing story. And for The Rock and his $7 entertainment to do the biopic, they're going to do it really well. And I'm very, very excited for that. We got a cool selfie up on the page. James Gunn shared a picture with the Superman Legacy cast when they did their first table reading, and it looks really cool to see everybody together here. So I love that. The Boys, we finally know when it's coming back. That's right. Season 4 premieres on June 13th. Prime Video, baby. One of my favorite shows going today. So glad it's coming back in June. Let's see here. True Detective, we just talked about it. The most streamed season ever. So what happens when that happens? It gets renewed. That's right. HBO has renewed True Detective for season 5. So congratulations there. That's a no-brainer, right? We have the first trailer for Boy Kills World starring Bill Skarsgård and Jessica Roth. This is going to be hitting theaters on April 26th. Tom Cruise looking to star in the Revenant director's next movie. That's right. I don't know if this is 100% a done deal, but it looks like it's pretty damn close. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty big for Tom Cruise, man. He's looking for that Oscar. So there you go. Dan Levy is joining Ryan Reynolds in Legendary's live-action / hybrid animated movie called Animal Friends. The Purge 6, the script has been turned in, and it looks like they're going to start making that one, and they're saying this will be the final one. So not the movie called The Final Purge. This next movie will be The Final Purge. So there you go. Joseph Quinn is in talks for A24's new Untitled War movie. So congratulations there. I know his star power is going to blow up now that he's got Fantastic Four. Frasier, season 2, baby. Kelsey Grammer, his show has been renewed for season 2 over on Paramount Plus. Only Murders in the Building, season 4 has added Eva Longoria to the cast. Grownish has dropped their season 6 trailer, so check that out for the Blackish spinoff in its final season. Netflix has greenlit a new dark comedy series from Made showrunner called Sirens. A Virgin River prequel is in development over at Netflix as season 6 begins production. America Ferrera has joined Matthew McConaughey and Paul Greengrass's new movie called The Lost Bus. We have the trailer for The Tattooist of Auschwitz, so check that out. The Conners is coming to Netflix for streaming. Mark Wahlberg says that the script has been turned in for Uncharted 2 and that they should be making that pretty soon. So there you go, for those of you wondering where Uncharted 2 is. Julia Fox is joining the cast of Monkey Paul's new sporting horror movie called Goat. Suits spinoff has the pilot has just added the Walking Dead vet Josh McDermott opposite Stephen Amell for the new show. Glenn Powell set to star in a new Hulu comedy series based on Eli Manning's football skit called Chad Powers. Ghost has cast new girl vet Lamorne Morris as a spirit who sparks Something I can't tell you. It's a spoiler. But hey, I love Lamorne and I love Ghost, so this made me very excited to see that he's coming to that show because I think it'll be a nice little fit there. The Gentleman, we have the trailer for the TV version of the movie that is coming soon to Netflix. This will be hitting Netflix on March 7th. And this one here has Theo James, Kay Scodero, Giancarlo Esposito, Vinnie Jones, Daniel Ings, Jolie Richardson, Peter Sefferwentz, and Ray Winstone. So there you go. Guy Ritchie is helping out with this one here too. Remember his movie from a couple years ago with Matthew McConaughey? That's what this is, The Gentleman. So remember, it's going to premiere on Netflix March 7th. Laura Harrier is locked and loaded to join Nicolas Cage and Bill Skarsgård in the sequel to Lords of War. Alejandro Inarritu, that's right, that's the director of The Revenant, and he's the one that wants Tom Cruise to star in his next feature. So, yeah, like I said, that's going to look really good for Tom, man. It's going to do something kind of out of his wheelhouse there. Issa Lopez, who was the showrunner for True Detective Season 5, they're also bringing her back to the next season. And additionally, she has signed an overall deal with HBO to do more stuff. So congratulations there. That is always very, very cool to see. We have the teaser trailer for Grotesque, which is a new Ryan Murphy horror series. So, Ryan Murphy loves his horror series. So check out the first teaser for Grotesque. We also have the trailer for Dogman, which is Caleb Landry Jones leading a new action thriller. Christopher Landon is set to direct The White Lotus Megan Fahey in a new thriller called Drop. The Day of the Jackal cast has added Game of Thrones and Money Heist stars to its upcoming Peacock series. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, too. That's right. Character posters have been revealed for the Grizzly sequel. I'll tell you this, man. The characters look way different than that first movie. You could tell they got some money now, and they definitely upped their game. So I like the look of it. It looks way better. The first movie was so cheesy with the outfits. So glad to see that the characters upgraded. We have the trailer for season 5 of Star Trek Discovery, which reveals its final episodes because it is the last season there. Scarlett Johansson's directorial debut is coming soon, and she's releasing the cast for Eleanor the Great, which is her new directorial debut. So looking forward to seeing what Scarlett does with that. Nickelodeon has unveiled the Fairly Odd Parents spinoff, A New Wish. A live-action Naruto movie is being helmed by the Shang-Chi director, Daniel Destin Cretton. Hey, man, I don't know much about this anime. I know people are always worried when they do these live-action versions, but I think it's in really good hands, man. So this will be interesting to see what they do with this. Bad Boys 4 is finishing up filming this week. They were on hold because of the strike, and they're finally back to work. Only got a couple days left to film, and they just announced that the movie is going to come out on June 7th. So it's going to go up against The Crow, which bums me out because they couldn't have even given The Crow its own weekend. Now it's got to go against Bad Boys 4, but it's going to be a good weekend at the box office, that's for sure, because I'm going to definitely get to see both those movies. The Old Guard 2. People wondering, where the hell is this movie? Well, it's been shot. Netflix just hasn't decided when to put it out. So we'll keep you posted on that. The Harry Potter Max sequel series, or not really a sequel series, kind of more of a reboot, but the Harry Potter Max series looks like they want to drop it in 2026. So it should be coming out in a couple years. So keep your eyes out for more concrete information. But right now it's looking like 2026 for that. Speaking of Max, Wonka is coming soon, and it's going to hit Max on March 8th. So for those of you waiting to stream it, check it out. Great movie there. Hayden Panettiere is set to star in Lionsgate's new kidnapping thriller called Amber Alert. Foundation showrunner David S. Goyer is stepping down ahead of season 3. That's a bummer because he's a great piece of the puzzle for Foundation, and it's always sucks to see a show lose a heavyweight like that. So going back to Ryan Murphy's new show, Grotesque, the new FX horror drama will star Niecy Nash and Courtney B. Vance to lead that one there. So definitely looking forward to that. I check out all the Ryan Murphy shows. Some are hits, some are misses, but you never know. But I'll definitely check it out. Supposedly, they're looking to do a Blue Mountain State sequel series. It is being shopped around to all the streamers, and Alan Ritchson actually said he'd come back to reprise his role from that, which is one of his earlier, um, acting roles there, and something I never in a million years thought that he would come back to, but very cool there to see him want to be involved with that. 911 has tapped the Flash vet Rick Cosnett to play a cruise director in season 7. Um, Let me see. All Creatures Great and Small has been renewed for season 5 and 6. Game of Thrones prequel Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight, is eyeing a late 2025 premiere. Let's see here. Ian McShane reveals that Chad Stahelski was brought in for reshoots to protect the franchise after the studio saw the original cut. That is, of course, going back to the ballerina story we talked about earlier on. So yeah, Ian McShane kind of revealing kind of what we expected, right? That they saw the cut and they were like, yeah, I don't know about that. And Chad Stahelski coming in to protect the franchise, quote unquote, and make it fit into that universe just a tad bit more. We have your SAG Awards winners, so check that out if you're interested. Um, let's see here. We have the Spirit Award winners. You can check out if you're interested there. Um, we have the trailer for Horizon, which is Kevin Costner's American Saga. That's right, Horizon and American Saga. It's this big Western that he made that he filmed into 2 parts, and they both come out in the same year, kind of back to back. Part 1 releases on June 28th, and Part 2 releases in August. So both will be in theaters, so definitely check out the trailer for Horizon and American Saga. Only Murders in the Building season 4 has added Eugene Levy to the cast, so that's awesome. I love that. Al Pacino and Jessica Chastain have been cast in the new King Lear Shakespeare adaptation called Lear Rex. We have the new poster for the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which looks awesome. I love this poster, and I'm looking really forward to this movie. Um, Paramount Plus has ordered a new crime thriller series called Curfew. Michael Fassbender being eyed for George Clooney's new thriller series, The Department. Dave Bautista says he might be done with Drax, but he is totally open to working with the MCU and playing a new character. So I love that he has not closed the door on that. I'm a little sad still that he has closed the door on Drax. We love him as Drax, and I would love to see him do more with that or come back down the road. But hey, I'm glad that he wants to even play a villain, a new hero, whatever the case may be. The door is open to play another MCU character. Prime Video has ordered a new conspiracy drama series called El Gato. Aubrey Plaza is set to lead John Waters' new movie project Lyramouth. Jake Gyllenhaal clarified the Amazon streaming controversy around Roadhouse. Remember, the director came out and was like, I'm going to boycott this movie because it should be theatrical and blah, blah, blah. Everybody was wondering, well, where does Jake sit on this, right? He's a producer. What is the dealio? And Jake was like, look, like, I respect our director. He made a great movie. He wants the most people to be able to see it. But from the beginning, this movie was a streaming movie. And this is something I have said. I remember when I broke the news a couple years ago that they were going to do this Roadhouse remake. They said it was for Prime Video, which is a streaming service. This was always going to be a streaming movie. I don't know where along the lines, maybe there were talks about doing it theatrically and then it just didn't happen. And here we are, right? So, yeah. But yes, good to see him clear it up that it was always going to be a streaming movie. Once again, Bad Boys 4, June 7th. So keep your eyes out for that. Hopefully we get a trailer soon for that. What you gonna do? I'm very excited. A report is going around saying that Emily Blunt might reunite with Dwayne The Rock Johnson in A24's The Smashing Machine. This would be fantastic. I mean, I'm looking forward to The Rock in this movie. And if they could get Emily Blunt, I mean, I thought their chemistry was really, really good in Jungle Cruise, and I think it would really work to see them play husband and wife in this movie. She's amazing. I love whenever she's in a project, so let's do it, man. I hope that this is official here soon. We have the season 2 trailer for Beacon 23. Man, I feel like this second season came so fast. Season 1, I feel like just ended a couple months ago, and I'm like, they're already back with season 2. That's crazy. So check that out. We have the season 2 trailer of Interview with a Vampire. So check that out. Shane Gillis is getting a new scripted series over on Netflix, and it will be based on a YouTube pilot that he did. Um, Bill Murray and Naomi Watts are going to lead a new dramedy movie called The Friend. Let's see here. A new Bluey special is coming to Disney Plus. Beef Season 2. They are looking to do something kind of unique here. They're looking, now this is not confirmed, but Beef creator Lin Sung Jin is reportedly hoping to cast Jake Gyllenhaal, Anne Hathaway, Charles Menton, and Kaylee Spaney in the second season of Netflix's show. Gyllenhaal, Hathaway, Melton, and Spaney are all being eyed to play feuding couples in the second season of Beef. While no deal is in place yet, Melton and Spaney would play one couple, and Gyllenhaal and Hathaway would play the other. So, kind of dig that, man, that we would have, this time around to be two couples kind of fighting with each other. And I love Gyllenhaal and Anne Hathaway. They work really well together. They've done several movies together. This would be really, really good. Ryan Gosling is going to sing I'm Just Ken at the 2024 Oscars, so that's awesome there. I was wondering if he was going to do it. It's good that he's going to do it. Pedro Pascal confirms that The Last of Us Season 2 has started filming, so very cool there. Lisa Frankenstein is now available on VOD, so if you missed it in theaters, even though it just came out a couple weeks ago, you can now watch it on VOD. Stephen King's The Dead Zone is getting a new movie adaptation. The Kane Chronicles movie trilogy has been scrapped over at Netflix. Criminal Record has been renewed for season 2. Supposedly a Jurassic League animated movie is in the works at DC Studios. I don't know why, especially when James Gunn said going forward all the animated movies are canon to the new DCU. Where the fuck does a Jurassic League movie come into play where you have dinosaur versions of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman? I just don't understand this. I mean, unless he just thought it was really cool and he's going to do like the Elseworlds stamp on this thing. I'm like, huh? So there you go. Lionsgate looking to do a modern take on American Psycho. That would be really, really interesting. I love that. We have the new trailer for The Watchers, which is directed by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter and produced by M. Night directly. This hits theaters on June 7th. June 7th? What the fuck, man? Everything's coming out June. I just realized this. June 7th. It's the same date we just talked about with The Crow and Bad Boys 4. Why are we releasing 3 big-ass movies on June 7th? Man, they're going to pack my weekend. Jesse Williams has been tapped to lead a new Amazon drama. Sarah Ramirez is not returning as Shay Diaz in season 3 of And Just Like That, so that's a big hit for that show there. Eli Roth is writing a new horror film with his Borderlands cast member Ariana Greenblatt scheduled to join. We have the new poster for The Watchers, so check that out. I'm excited that we finally got confirmation that Alia Cravalho, who voiced Moana in the original movie, is coming back for Moana 2. That's been the big question mark, right? Is Ali going to come back? Is The Rock going to come back? We have got confirmation now. She is returning to the sea in the upcoming sequel for Moana 2. So that's awesome right there. Now I just need The Rock confirmation as Maui, and then we could say, you're welcome. Dune Part 2 is scheduled to rescue the sandstorm-ridden box office with 150 to 175 million global openings. So we'll see how well it does, man. But yeah, there's big, big eyes on this movie, and hopefully it does well. Young and the Restless has been renewed through the 2027 to 2028 season. A long developing comic book series starring Diego Boneta has found a home over at Amazon Prime Video. That is the El Gato that is coming soon. Dora is swinging back into an animated reboot. This is coming to Paramount Plus. And on that note, that is the end of our show. We did it, guys. That is the news of the week. And we still hit a half hour, even without reviews today. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel caught up. I hope you feel knowledgeable of the world of entertainment news. Thank you so much. Once again, check out our website, amiontheair.com. It's got all the socials. It's got all the It's got all the podcasts to listen to. Everything's on amiontheair.com. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Am I on the Air. Make sure you follow us on X at Am I on the Air. Follow me directly at DXDonMega. Same handles over on Threads as well. Make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora. We're on everything. So make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. The podcast even streams on YouTube now, so check it out. If you're subscribed, you'll get the pop-up whenever a new episode drops. So keep an eye out for that and subscribe on all three of those platforms. Just simply search Am I on the Air? And thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio, all one word, and Pop Culture Pros at popculture_pros. Thank you guys for always streaming our show on demand. That'll do it for me on this Tuesday, February the 27th. I hope you all have an amazing week. Like I said, we'll be back next week to talk some Dune 2. So till then, take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragons!